Wave 4 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass has been out for a few months now, and I finally have a ranking to show to you. However, I must warn you, my ranking is very controversial. Now let's begin the ranking. Now I know some people, especially Pixel Shifts, will disagree here, but I think Riverside Park from Mario Kart Super Circuit is the most lackluster course of this wave. But does that mean it's bad? No, of course not. This feels like a natural progression from the Tour remake. Firstly, this course is visually stunning. It looks like a cross between the hyper-realistic Mario Kart 8 art style and the simplistic and cartoony Mario Kart Tour art style, and I really like that. Next, they added brand new 2E enemies on the track. These piranha plant type enemies were not even in the Tour version. However, I do have a bone to pick with them, which we will get onto later. Overall, GBA Riverside Park, despite being my least favorite track, is still a work of art. I told you my ranking was controversial. And, to be honest, I'm just as surprised as you to see DK Snowboard Cross, or DK Summit as they call it in America, in 7th place. Now let me immediately say, I do not hate this track at all. The reason that this track is so low on my list is really simple. I just prefer all of the other tracks. And it's basically tied with number 6. Anyway, I love the broken half pipes on this track, although sometimes, they can be a bit too broken. I am glad that the gap jump is back again after obviously missing out on an appearance in Tour, and this track is just pure fun. I honestly can't believe that I have to rank it so low, and, just as a warning, it only gets worse from here. Overall, DK Snowboard Cross is a fan favorite and an absolute blast to play. The first Boomerang Cup track on our list we have GC and Waluigi Stadium. This track is practically tied with DK Snowboard Cross, but in the end, despite preferring DK Snowboard Cross and Tour and Wii, I just had to choose Waluigi Stadium here. Firstly, I feel that the half pipes were done better here compared to Snowboard Cross. There's something about the thrill of jumping up onto one of the anti-gravity platforms and gliding over the finish that just feels so amazing. Secondly, this track is so detailed, the textures are so beautiful, it's one of the best looking booster course pass tracks in my opinion. And, like DK Snowboard Cross, it's only so low because I prefer every other course. Besides GBA Riverside Park, of course. I tend to change my opinion on whether I prefer DK Snowboard Cross or Waluigi Stadium a lot, however I've come to a decision that I'm happy with here. Let's move on. I have already warned you about how controversial this ranking is, and the controversy continues with Tour Yoshi's Island. Many would suggest that this is the best Wave 4 track heralding from Mario Kart Tour, and despite disagreeing due to this wave having 3 of my top 6 Tour tracks, I still really love this track. It represents the classic SNES game of the same name so well. There are so many little references in Yoshi's Island that I can't even count them all. A few changes here for the better are the Huff and Puffins now walk around the track rather than just being background pieces, which is absolutely amazing. I also do like the volcanic eruption when you glide from the volcano to the clouds. but I miss the snow and the fog that gave this section an air of mystery in the original. And I do like how the cloud to activate the secret platform moves now, though it can be a nuisance to hide at 200cc. Overall, Tour Yoshi's Island is a stunning course, and it fits really well with the theme of the Fruit Cup. Next up is Tour Amsterdam Drift. And with a spectacular start to the wave, and to 2023 as a whole, this is. The first lap is Amsterdam Drift 1, which is the best variant of Amsterdam Drift, and now having the train trundle past as you glide over it is so amazing and magical. The rest of this section is so fun as well. One of the things I love about Amsterdam Drift is that rather than attempting to feel like a bustling city like the majority of city tracks, with the exception of Athens Dash, it goes for a more small countryside town feel, and I love it for that. Lap 2 is Amsterdam Drift 2R, however they got rid of one of the split paths, which is kinda sad, but I'd say this part of the track feels way better in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Lap 3 is a weird combination of Amsterdam Drift 3R and Amsterdam Drift 3. The tulip field is a pretty as usual and it is the perfect start to Wave 4. Overall, Amsterdam Drift is super underrated. Now, I know I go on about how bad this remake of Tour Bangkok Rush is, and that's because it is. Where on earth are the Innkeeper plants? Those are like one of Bangkok Rush's signature features. Speaking of which, the track looks kinda ugly now. They made the sunset look horrible compared to the stunning tour version. And also all of the tuk-tuks and vehicles in parts of the Bangkok Rush 2 and Bangkok Rush 3 sections have been removed, which just contributes to the loss of the track's identity, which is really disappointing. At least we have some crabs. Yay, I guess. However, you may be wondering why this track is so high up in my ranking. That's because it is still Bangkok Rush at the end of the day, even if some of its identity has been lost in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And plus I really like the route the course takes. Doing Bangkok Rush 1, then 3 and finally 2 really works well. Overall, a good track but a horrible remake. Tour Singapore Speedway is a phenomenal track from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Lap 1 is the stunning Singapore Speedway 1, taking you over the Marina Bay Sands. Lap 2 takes you through Chinatown from Singapore Speedway 3, whilst Lap 3 takes you through the gardens, by the bay and even Chinatown for a second time, though having the final lap as a section is a little weird, and I'm slightly disappointed that they didn't include an anti-gravity section on the conveyor belts in the gardens by the bay section. And the Helix Bridge does look miles better and taller. But this track is truly phenomenal, and it's one of the greatest tour tracks ever. As someone who believes that the Mario Kart DS Star Cup is the greatest thing ever created by humanity, when I saw DS Mario Circuit in the Wave 4 reveal trailer, I was stunned. No one, besides like Albert Boris, predicted that it would come. Couple its addition to Wave 4 with an appearance in Mario Kart Tour on the same day, it was heaven for me. I really enjoy this track. It feels so fun to just zip around. I love the vibe of having the track themed around Peach's castle. The fire piranha plants and the harder than usual layout are all reasons that contribute to Mario Circuit being my third favorite course of all time. Also, I love the Wiggler and the New Forest section. That just sums up my love for this course. That is why DS Mario Circuit is the best Wave 4 track. Before I go, I'd like to thank you all for 900 subscribers. I never thought I'd make it this far, and to believe that I am only 100 subscribers away from 1K. Speaking of which, I will definitely have to make a 1K subscriber special for this occasion. It will be an up-to-date version of an old video. I hope you look forward to that. Again, thank you for watching, and also happy 1-year anniversary to Wave 2 today.